never played this. I remember when it came out like 2 years ago and everyone was playing it. It was sort of a meme. And I think I watched people play through it then. It was hard to pay attention. I do know the whole horror twist and all that, so. Let's do this. Okay, let's pick the shit. Please enter your name. Wait, what's it? I'll use it, yeah. Shit, what's her name? Well, since I put him in the thumbnail. Wait. Just got done using an Xbox controller, so. Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Can I do the auto settings? That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'll never see making... the kind of friend you'll never see yourself making today, but it was just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Kyle. Yeah, well, stare at you like acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Stupid. Oh, wait. Yeah, I want to do auto. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Yeah. We cross the street together and make our way to ski. As we go near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their way. By the way, Carl, have you decided on a club to join today? Hold on, let's make the fast forward time a little bit faster. There we go. A club. I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any stinky clubs. I wonder how long it takes until things start weirding out. So I think you can beat this in like 5-6 hours. But that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year, did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. But one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she says. Siri likes to worry about too much about me when perfectly content just getting on with average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I was worried about you won't learn how to socialize or have 8 skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die if I thought you were becoming a NEET. You should just use the N-word. A few years before you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worried about you. Alright. Oh, alright. I'll look at a few clubs and make you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise that you'll try a little? Yeah, guess I'll promise you that. Yeah. Why don't you let me get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Dumb bitch. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Because I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Sayori. Sayori must have come to the classroom while spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, and I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you just need some encouragement. So I thought, you know what? Then you could come to my club. Fight club. So, yeah. There's no way I'm joining your club. Me. Sorority's vice president of the literature club. Not that I ever aware that she had an interest in literature. I didn't even think this chick could read. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. Just needed 10% of the white vote. Yeah. That said, my interest in literature was guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm gonna join the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I'll bring in a new member. And Mizuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep, kid. Let it alongside. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go. So you're gonna die. I dejected fellow sorority across the school and upstairs. A section of school I rarely visit. Sorority, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, The new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. I glanced at the room. Welcome to the club. Literature Club. Pleasure meeting you. Sorority always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, Carl. Nice. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Nazuki. The girl with sour attitude, whose name apparently Nazuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also one who made cupcakes, according to sorority. Yuji can just ignore her when she gets moody. He says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Nazuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, smartest in the club. Don't say that like that. Yuri, who appears like... Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Carl. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, while we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, you too, Monica. Come sit down, Carl. We made room for you at the table, so you can just sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then how about we make some tea as well? This is when shit's about to go down. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table, as already mentioned, and it's been widened so that was one space next to Monica and one space next to sorority. Nazuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Nazuki grabs. I wish there was like an auto read voice, or even have the old Microsoft voice do it. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to the sorority. Nazuki proudly matches back at the table. Try out. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da. What? Nazuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Whiskers are drawn up with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. Well, just hurry and take one. Sorority grabs first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sorority talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Nazuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. She wondered if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Nazuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you. Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sorority said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you dumbass. Alright. I give up on Nazuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. I carefully place a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in the classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Guess so. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Glad Fairly smiles. Monica raises an eyebrow, that smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by sorority. Well, I haven't joined a club yet. Sorority seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the fan club exciting for everyone. Manga is surprised. How come you decided to start with your own club? You could probably be board member of any major clubs. Were you a leader of debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major club. Feels like nothing but arguing about budgets and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Oh, wait. Just in case. There we go. Speed running this shit. Yuri also nods in agreement. Go pretty slow. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all of the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival so much more important. I'm confident that we could all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Carl, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, that one magazine with Carmel Electra and the guitar. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I didn't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Mizuki suddenly perks up. She looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke out without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorite, usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Just not listening, just spacing out. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how winter can be so deliberately taking advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yeah, I read a horror book once. I played this game through and really until the tripping point, there wasn't really any horror. I feel cheated. Yeah, I've seen people play the game, and I've without paying fully attention or remembering everything that happens. Like, I know that the whole the glitchiness and the suicides and stuff like that. I guess it was supposed to be a sort of unsettling, like when it first came out. But once it became a meme, like, yeah. But the story makes you think, or it takes me to another world, and I can't completely put it down. Thanks, man. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Yeah, I have not played this. I watched a couple people play it, a few years ago when it came out. This is the Switch release. Mizuki's eyes stared over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's alright. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mizuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give it back. Fine. Yeah, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is so cute as you are. Saori saddles up behind Mizuki and pats her ass. Not care. Mizuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. What's the point of the club? Let's see. You wouldn't like them. Not a very competent writer yet, huh? I understand how Mizuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. Its truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, expose their vulnerabilities, and show even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have the writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you could share some of your work. You can set an example and help Mizuki feel comfortable through her enough to share hers. Well, I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poem. Well, we sit in silence for like 40 minutes. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Mizuki looked up quizzically. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think we will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Is that right, Carl? Monka smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we look back at the original topic of me joining the club, I completely come forth with what's been on my mind this whole time. Orgy. I've never said I would join this stupid club. Saori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry. What were they standing on? You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decided. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. said Rory, wrapped her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you didn't come for cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then let's make it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Oh, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone.
I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring the next meeting so we can all share. Manga looks at me once more. Carl, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I'm really impressed the class star Monica with the mediocre writing skills. I already feel anxiety swelling inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue the chit-chat as Yuri clean up their food. Hey Carl, since we're already here, what do you want to walk home together? That's right, sorry I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. Excuse me. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Senrori, Mizuki, Yuri, and Maka. Shit, they're here. I can teleport. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I have a chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with the writing poem tonight. Now don't they let you like ad-lib shit? Finally the fucking game starts. Adam Jensen from Deus Ex. Never played a lot of Deus Ex. Adam Senpai, here's your TV. I didn't play much of the Deus Ex games. Oh, shit. It depends on like what they like and shit. Let's see. Well, she likes death. Who likes... Inferno. So far, Yuri's my favorite. Sucks. Lollipop. Pleasure. Human Rev. That actually, that may be if that was the last one. I may already have that in like my PS Plus library, but I've just never downloaded it. Well, whichever the last one was. It's on PS4, I think. That's... Paid. This Rory chick's a freak. Sticky. Perfect. Sadness. Anime. It's gonna be a lousy poem. No. Sure. Boosh. Rain. I was hoping it'd be Sir Rory who likes the suicide one. Oh, Mankind Divide. Oh, was that it? I think I watched a video of someone playing those games. Like, it like switches between like sort of Metal Gear style stealth and first person stuff. Nature. Hi again, Carl. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha. Nah, don't worry. Might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. I want to read my poem. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Carl. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh, come now. Like he deserves any slack. Roy told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, or break your fucking legs. Mizuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Mizuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly disappearing. Mizuki pops in the back of her seat. Don't worry, Gaz. Kara always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with me with busy work, without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Oh wait, and you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two surely are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Let's see, how come you and Carl have become good friends too?
Sorori. As usual, Sorori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Uh-oh. You even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sorori. Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's nothing really. What is it? Never mind. Yeah. Just hurt my brain. Manga I ever actually read was Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah, I have the first volume of the Cowboy Bebop manga, and I got the Uzumaki collection and a good number of Berserks, and that's about it for me. I used to have those old Pokemon manga comics. It was like the Electric Tail of Pikachu, and it was borderline porn. Speaking of which, is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make it a big deal if you don't want to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so you should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. that is. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. So like War and Peace. Yuri, thank you. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Fucking throw it in the garbage. I enthusiastically take the book. Pew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. And I never read the book. Now that everyone's settled in, I can expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But she didn't seem to be the case. Sorority and Monica have a cheery conversation in the corner. Fucking bitches yakking it up. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. So is this like a book club, or do we just like... Because I used to have those weird classes where they just have you read for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, Nizuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed... Wait. I found people either phone holes and maintain... Oh yeah, I haven't seen all those horror ones. I've seen a lot of the art. The art's really good. I've always wanted to read Vagabond if I can get a hold of any issues or a good collection of them. It's mostly that type of art style I really like. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sorori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though. We can't give up, even if we are lame. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. It's not like that at all, you know. It's very fickle, and we just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Ooh. Exhibit the Marge voice. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's just literature event. Something to play if you want to see J.J. Lovecraft style horror is a game World of Horror. Only problem is that's just kind of vanished before it's taken. Oh, yeah, I haven't heard of that one. I have an old Cthulhu game on the old Xbox. It's Dark Corners of the World. It's actually pretty good. It gets really hard in some parts. It's rare to hear her delivery like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes? Yeah, good thinking. Mizuki would love to do that. Oh, you're right. Let's get the little one to do all the work. Mizuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it.
Oh man, I swallowed 4 pounds of broken glass and I'm uneasy without you and Bart.
Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end of the day, Sorori and her is still her usual self, but therein lies an unexpected reason I admired her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sorori can put her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see a world through her eyes. Rah! I open my eyes and find her face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Wait. I'm actually not sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. Just fucking snoring. This is just napping club. If you want to join the napping club, it does exist. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. So help me God. I glance over my shoulder and see Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sorori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You still oversleep every night, every day, don't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. Oh, wait. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me a benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sorori, it's written all over you. Sorori glasses at herself. How's it written all over me? You clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingers down the side of Sorori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. You look like shit. There's more than you than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my fingers. But no one would have noticed that. I always look like dirt. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You're meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sorori? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Damn, that was cold. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, just thinking how weird it'd be to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. That's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. A button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the bottom near her chest. Does this thing fit properly? I did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Getting fat. What are you smiling about? I mean, my boobs are bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Rory's butt up like this? It's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sorori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Pew. That's much better. Sorori puts her arms around and twirls around. So if it unbuttons, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying these embarrassing things. Yeah. Not paying attention to the names. Jeez. Anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Well, kind of the same thing. Fine, fine. It's a deal. E. Well, I guess we're really better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sir Rory. But I was joking about that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Yeah? Manga suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay. Carl, why don't you read yours? Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Zuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait. Sorori and Mario enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sorori is on a wrinkled sheet, loose leaf torn with a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Mizuki and Yuri quickly comply as well, reaching in their bags. I do the same myself. Oh shit. Choices. Definitely most comfortable in sharing hers. It's a good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Carl. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sorori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what that's like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Nazuki's. Are you sure you don't like it? Just because I wrote it? Well, maybe. I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Carl poem. And it makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sorori hugs the sheet again against her chest. You're so weird, Sorori. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that you're standing in front of your classroom. Of course. I'm not really into it yet. But that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said, Carl. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sorori. I'm not sure if Sorori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Well, that will be on my way, thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yeah. What the fuck are they talking about? And you need to read my poem, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub my sleepy eyes. Are you asking for me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away my rainy day? I look above, the skies are blue. Secret, I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want candy, bubblegum and taffy. It's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. Stayed up all night. Hours on it. Can't really answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I'm still trying my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. But it came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Eat. That's so much fun. Manga's the best. What the fuck did manga do? But next time I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I can look forward to that. Okay, who's next? Carl. Yeah. I know you're evil. Show me the poem. Surprise and sports. We may be good friends, but sorority are actually really different. In that case, but maybe we some similarities I wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like you two really care about each other's well-beings. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up more similar than you think. So I think that kind of vibe is what I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Eerie. But in case, Inori's writing has kind of gentle feel to it. And I could tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that something so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid of experiment a little bit either. I'm sure we'll end up trying different things a lot. Wake. It could take a while before I could feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. My style. You showed me your style, and I'll show you mine. It's not like you have any worry impressing them or anything. Haha. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. You never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, you can't see. I reel behind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I'm already scorched with permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just because it's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now, I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh, I get it. Glory hole. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. You already sound like a fucking critic. Let's see. Hold on. I'm just going to keep the conversation going, whether or not I read it. I'm going to take a drink real fast. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Anyway, think about this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. This sounds more like a drawing advice than writing advice. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more, enough for time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts in the words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. Yeah, it's that bad. No. I just raised my voice. I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and she really hasn't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. That's fine. I didn't really notice. What were we saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable things recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matters and form fit them. Sorry. Wait, what's this? Roses are red. Violets are actually indigo, but that doesn't rhyme. So sue me, bitch. Nice. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's something you can't be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go on writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Hazuki can be a little bitch, but biased. Biased? Oh. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me or to Nazuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, but it is rare opportunity in her, which herself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last skid to replace the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I give it a C. I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting. It actually was kind of hard to read. I wasn't thinking at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also liked the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. But I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Do you want to become a ghost? Really? I must have totally missed that point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Yeah. Taking a drink every poem, man. I usually do more than tell simple stories. I paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you liked it. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. Eagles can fly. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Yeah. I told you what we're going to write. Yeah. Phew, glad that was over. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. And if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they just be nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is Literature Club after all. First rule of Literature Club. Don't fucking talk about Literature Club. Second rule of Literature Club. Don't talk about Literature Club. Shit. Sorry. Got someone who's texting at the same time. My eyes land on Yuri and Azuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Azuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Azuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you can say that, fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I don't know. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sinrori liked it, and Carl did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Shut the fuck up, you big-titted whore. Actually, I think, yeah, there is a part of this game where they actually really start snapping at each other. That's when, like, the game starts going off the cliff. Carl liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Mizuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous because Carl appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Oh, damn. Fucking catfight. Oh. How do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. I was full of myself. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Huh? Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew the size bigger... Wait. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger since Carl started showing up. Mizuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Carl. She was just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have been happened in the first place. The point of making your poem so convoluted for no reason, that means first day of literature club and we're already falling apart. The fabrication. The meaning I should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to Carl. Wait, there's a reason I have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way I can convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You don't understand that. You understand that, right, Carl? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? Oh, what am I gonna do? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with probably make it think highly of me. Fucking Yuri. Mizuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri won't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Yeah? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style, they're still putting feelings into it. It becomes something really personal. That's why Mizuki felt threatened that you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Mizuki took it way too far. Yuri means well, but if you just told her how you felt, then this would have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was that her, Mizuki. I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Mizuki clenched her fist, like Arthur. In the end, nobody had taken her side. She's trapped, at the point of being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes, when I'm hurt... No one fucking listens to you, sorry.
I'm going to do that. I'll spare me from now. They'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, she snatches her poem up from the desk and storms out. On the way out, she crumbles. She crumbles up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Nazuki, she didn't need to do that. I looked across the room. Yuri had her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. She gingerly approached her and sat in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything's alright? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted that way. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Carl. You're too kind. I'm thankful for having you part of the club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Mizuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what did she say? Never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did it all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. That's alright. Kyle, how about you? Yeah, I'll say the same. Sort of indifferent about it all. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Carl, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. E. Sorority beams at me. It truly has been a while since sorority and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sorority? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? I don't hate all of them. No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see that they've made good friends with you. Pew. Kyle, it's nice that I get to spend some time with you in the club. I think saying it with everyone makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Thanks. Hey, every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. So it looks like Sorority still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but doesn't really need to stop there. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sorority. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use sorority as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So, they're like lesbians or something? Okay, what are we doing? Bed.
Dream. Scars. Explode. Ah, she likes exploding. Treasure. Silly. Vacation. Graveyard. Let's see. Suits. Kawaii. Adventure. I already did death. Whisper. Loud. Ambient. Music. Peaceful. Inferno. Depression. There we go. This game's hard. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering classroom as usual. Hi, Carl. Yo, Sorore. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Yeah. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. Get over it, bitch. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. I guess it's always the simple thing with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Rory? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Rory nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill out onto her desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Rory. That's not fair. How did you even know? That's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, why would you have brought a snack before coming to classroom? So either you're hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. Dun dun dun. And so, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is her book as all. Yeah. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Carl to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sir Rory. Besides, oh shit. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Damn, she cold. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could have think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. The Taliban revolution's happening right outside. Put your buckles on. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Senrori, I guess there's a little devil inside us all, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Senrori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if there wasn't cupcakes. Not really. So I had to trick Nizuki into making them. So come on, give me more credit than that. You scheming cunt. Out of nowhere, something smacks Senrori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Bam! 1 5 fingers, so the face. Slap! What? Ow! What the? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Senrori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Retribution. Exactly. That one almost worked.
I was trying to give it to you, but then I heard you blab. I was totally with your reaction anyway.
Nizuki. So nice of you. I'm so happy. Senrori hugs the cookie. Geez, I could eat it. Senrori rapidly tears it open, the wrapper, and takes a bite. So good. Slowly collapses her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Yeah. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Nizuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Now take a bite of that cookie, if you know what I mean. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why don't you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Senrori gets out of seat and goes behind Nizuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Nizuki reacts. Suddenly leans down and takes another bite of... Suddenly just do that? Mouth folds or trots away safely. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, I can tell... Can you tell, Senrori? Nizuki glances around. Monica isn't in the classroom. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. I don't know. 3 heads? Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry. Sorry. Super sorry. Sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Traffic. Well, that last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just sort of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. I don't really. I just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Carl. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So did I miss anything, did I? No, not really. Chose to leave Alceri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Nazuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Story somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back at her book, and Nazuki disappeared into the closet. Carl. Yuri suddenly comes up to me. I'm going to get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monica are going to make some posters. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yeah. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Carl to get some supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. But I want him to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too. Okay. Ready, Kyle? Yep, let's go. Suri and I exit the classroom. I follow behind as Suri hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to a mall or something. Suri finds a pleasure in the simplest little things sometimes. Hey, Sudori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're going to do poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Carl, you're not thinking about the right way at all. Between my feet. The last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, fraying it from its clinging root, caress the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to the ends I have summoned this joy. For now I look in every direction. The once prosperous field. It is a barren wasteland. Like that. Rory. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you just talk like that. You're a meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. Yeah, I know. I just meant that pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means you're doing. Yeah, guess so. So excited. Festival's going to be so much fun. It's going to be to die for. Hey Carl, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, huh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sorority like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more, spanking it. And let's see, the two of us enter the classroom. Sorority heads straight to the closet. I follow. Let's see what we have here. Crayons. Sorority pulls out a box full of crayons. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smacked her bitch. Bends over and smacks her forehead right on the shelf. She falls on the floor and crayons spill all over her lap. Wow, are you okay? My forehead. Clutches her forehead. Jeez, Rory. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let's see. Since Rory is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs aside. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. The bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's going to swell up. I should find you some ice. Carl, where would you find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from pain, Sorry makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back. Okay. I pat Sorori on the shoulder and ran out of the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know it likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. At the moment, I'm already returned to the classroom where I left Rory. She had one palm on her forehead, and using the other hand, clumsily scooped crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. It's right here. It looks like fucking whiskey. Apple juice, and it's nice and cold. Yeah. They really go on and on about nothing. Play outside all the time, always try to keep up with you. You're kind of oblivious in some ways. I usually felt fine, but sometimes I tried to do something I couldn't. I would hurt myself. I'd fall and scrape myself, get a bump. Start crying really hard, yada yada. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble. Someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe. I guess I was always focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably would have hit your head hard. Carl, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. Before I even know it, I treat you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right, Carl. I'm glad there's nothing changed between us. Do you think you'll be like this forever? Forever? Forever. If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. Yeah, no promises, kid. But I hope so. Yeah. Got something in my ear. Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sorori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside, and when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should get back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. She's going to see her forehead either way. What happened? I ran into a doorknob several times. Not if I hide you under my bangs. Sorori hops to her feet. Yeah, she clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ugh. I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I forward Sorori out of the classroom. Sorori plays with her bangs and tries to hide the bump, but without much success. In the moment, we make it back to the clubroom. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Ah, Sorori, your forehead. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine, don't worry about it. Nothing happened. I was playing with some crayons and smacked my forehead on the shelf. Well, anyway, you were able to find everything we needed. I have it right. Practically glances around. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sorori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Carl. Well, Sorori, I failed to come up with an excuse for Sorori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters, right? Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you going to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Well, this is a low-tone reggae sound. Carl, I really loved your poems. Wait, I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's, and this one too. I can't tell. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so no way. Not even Nizuki? Well, I guess Nizuki is at least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think that's it. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. That's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot.
I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems on my own stupid life? Well, you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, so I guess that I'm saying that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Yeah? I don't know if I understand. Sigh. You never understand when I try to explain things to you. Do you? Do you? I pat her head. Yeah. I'm not a kid anymore. Are you sure about that? Maybe. So he starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Carl. I want 2 Cupids. Why? Because, well, the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Yeah. Sigh. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatsoever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap.
I broke my pencil.
Hastily bends down and picks it up a piece. But being inattentive with her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. That's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Clutches her desk besides. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Sorry, I forgot about that. Well, it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. I reach inside of my thumb and forefinger to pluck it out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all my other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle of starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Keep. Oh, deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring dark cave, discovering secret hidden nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapse. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through the locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each other. Oh, each and every friend. Damn, this one's long. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Holy crap. Ray, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I wasn't listening. I mean, I did expect something like this coming from you. Manga taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. I've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Like next week or something. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sori's always in the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Amy likes spiders. You know, when I heard about Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm going to tell everyone. Death to spiders. Yep, kill all spider lovers. That's... Oop. Shoot. My headphones are going to be dying soon. Better plug them in. Let's see. Put this on. There we go. Oh. Let's see what you've written today. Well done, Carl. Your skills are really improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. You know, you're new to this,
So I don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through feelings. And write it down, the things you see and hear. That's one way you can truly enable your reader to see into your mind. Get this cord right. That's one way. Oh yeah. It's very intimate exercise. I see. There's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that. If you'd like to read that, of course. This is the poem I wrote for today. Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for my guilty snack. My attention caught the scuttling of the raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, the urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off the cutting knife, and very same light that glistens the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon had taken to following me. I could say that we're gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic pavillon condition. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's more metaphorical. Oh, it's like has a meaning that means something else. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. I use a poem as a canvas to express vivid imaginary and conveying emotions through them. And if it takes its face value, and if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think that's something different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels to me to indulge in my own unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I usually force to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Did Nazuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, she does really feel that way. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who always makes fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. to the next.
Hi, Carl. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as they're not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sorority, like the other ones you wrote. You two are like that dynamic duo. Oh, that's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, I'm just teasing. I know it makes a bit of time to take friends with everyone, but Yuri and Yuzuki are super interesting people. Don't be afraid to give them your share time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm like unapproachable or anything. Like, am I? Fucking drunk. No, it's nothing like that. I'm just saying used to being here, that's all. Yeah? I'm sorry, I wasn't putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, I want to read my poem now. It's like the way it used to turn out. Hope it did too. Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaning. I don't know what that word is. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grunting, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than the last one. It's almost like an AI wrote it. Sorry if you don't like it. I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. I choose where and how to space your words and totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking a poem what is about isn't really the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. Supporting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is that a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Talking about saving games now, huh? That steak sandwich I had earlier is coming up. Oh, shit.
thanks to John Matson for signing up for the Patreon. Shit. I just noticed that. Cool. You guys make this shit worth it. You guys make me feel beautiful. Sure, I'm gonna take a drink of that. Who dog? Okay. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Ooh. Yeah. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sorori had been working on posters. Now I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the festival. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica, yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sorori's pointing it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Yeah. Rory, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't really start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think that's a bad of an idea? Yeah, thanks, man. Shit. Yeah, I just checked my email just now, man. Glad you enjoyed them. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. Well, I agree with Nizuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her... Oh, wait. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. Wait, we're guys? No, Sorori. I understand that where they're coming from. I remember that Nizuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to the whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of the club. If we start the event and each of us put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone and literature is all about. Yeah. That's about expressing our feelings. About being intimate with yourself.
I'm gonna be intimate with myself later tonight, if you know what I mean.
Finding your horizons, having fun. That's right. And of those reasons that we're all in this club today, do you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes is standing in the front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Mizuki and Yuri remain silent. Senrori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree.
Oh wait. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Senrori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. At least we can do is help them out a little bit. Some lazy cunts.
Well, maybe, but it looks like Mizuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Pew. Thanks, Mizuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of the class. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. We'll start off and help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook and to a specific poem that she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins doesn't even say it. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotions behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone and her eyes on Monica. Senrori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. This kind of reminds me of that Futurama episode where they have like the anime segment. It's like Zoidberg's super complex dance, and it's just a bunch of still images. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Yeah, thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Senrori? I'll go next. Yuri fired. Oh, Yuri's fired all up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. My poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just for a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost as if she It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transforms into shaped syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned.
Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and give me Yuri the recognition she deserves.
Yeah.
My eyes are on fire right now.
Ugh. Okay.
It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thanks for sharing. She looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the poem. This one's called My Meadow. And wait. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine like you're reciting to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Begins her poem. Yeah.
Where's my drink? She finishes, we applaud. Did it. Good job. Participation point. I guess that's a good sign. What does it mean? But what does it mean?
It came out real nicely, Sonori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, it seems poems of yours where that sort of gently delivery wouldn't work as well. There might need to be a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. E. The next time we're going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Nizuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. Yep. But it's not like I have much selection to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own words, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I'm finished, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about that so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Nizuki. Yeah, I'm going. Nizuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called...
Why are you laughing at me?
Because you're presenting. Anyway, my poem's called Jump. Nizuki takes a breath. When she starts reading the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. Yeah, seriously, I'm sort of in a dark room right now in this.
Yeah.
So, also, this is kind of a game where, like, you read it, but your brain just sort of shuts off. I'm just really curious, like, how long does it go before things really start going through? Because I heard this was, like, a 5-6 hour game, like,
all in all. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, and let's try to write the poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Carl?
I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to do something. Oh, no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Rory and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through this. If that's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best.
Ready to go, Sir Rory?
Yep. Look at you two. You're always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though.
Well, am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Carl. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already. Fucking nerds.
I walk home with Sorority once more, even though it's only been a few days and lots of things have already changed. But today, Sorority's been a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sorority. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sorority fumbles her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Hell yeah, I walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, duh. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to
do with what I just said.
Huh, you're admitting it. Jeez.
There's not even any point to speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you need me anymore, you know.
Need you? Rory, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is replacing you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm feeling awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such weird question. I can't just lie to her. I mean, Yuri's got them tots and all that, and she's super tall. But if there's something that makes you happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, let's see. Let's see. I have Vertigo. A Daydream.
With the spice.
Dream. I think I already did that one. Unrestrained. Damn it. She must be a freak. Uncontrollable.
Feel. Sugar.
Boob. Lucky.
Essence.
Anxiety. Hopeless. Fun. Suicide. Hair. Flat. Wait, melancholy. Lazy. Giggle. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Huh. You must have a lot of determination.
Starting this club and now picking up. Now you can pick up pianos. Really strong.
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Aren't you complaining about yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Senroi all of a sudden. Manga, they don't usually have fried squid. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Fried squid's good. Come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Ika. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as yours or Sorori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sorori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sorori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sorori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sorori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I weirdly glance at Sorori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed. But everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monita if she's noticed anything about Sorori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have spent a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers on her desk. Carl, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you ever noticed anything up with Sorori recently? Anything up with her? What do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into a bit much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? Yeah. I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers around the room at Sorori, who is itchily dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Like screeching her nails into the desk, down to the bone. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking you, Carl. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but I never really liked this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of the club members, you know. Maybe I'll try to talk to her myself. You sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with someone of interest. Person of interest. What do you mean by that? I am saying that maybe things on her mind is you, Carl. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Saori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Saori always like that? She's always been full of sunshine? It's not any different now than it's always been. You're funny, Carl. Have you thought about maybe you're always seeing her so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I said. Now I try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Blanca smiles meaningfully. I know she says to forget about it, but I really know that she wouldn't be able to get her words out of my head. Blanca stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Saori is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Saori and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Saori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. It's like I think after this, the first suicide happens. Seems like it. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but this is nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out from the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? About time, bitch. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Saori. Okay, how should I show my poem first? Let's do it from backwards. Hi, Carl. Have you thought about what you want to submit and perform for the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would make me so happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take my poem and holding it in my hands. Ah, you're kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Saori poems have been getting more and more similar with each and every day. It's almost like you're merging. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing much of her in this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me, how about Saori's been a little off today? Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, Carl, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Like shit. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. I wouldn't be terrible if something bad happens to her.
That's a nice friend you got there. I'd be afraid if something happened to her. It would be terrible news if something bad would happen to her, so keep an eye on her, capiche?
So Rory's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you right now, right? Alright.
The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of currents of the wind. Day after day, I search for little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, and all others have turned away, the legend is all remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumbs and forefinger, and a hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eye and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I speak, she responds in a hollowed voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat. I pick up a gust of wind.
Sucks. I feel like learning and looking for answers of all sorts of things that give life meaning. Not that I get too philosophical or anything, but it's kind of my mind, so that's what I read about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I notice. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Huh, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. Well, I mean, these ones are pretty two-dimensional. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Maka's writing tip for the day.
Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good?
It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to everything you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling that writing is good, or okay, or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club. Do you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, okay. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Carl.
Thanks.
So, Rory, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright?
Yeah.
Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Alright. Hey, Carl. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Azuki. But in the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else. Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Rory. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength for something. And this is how a poem came out. Sometimes you feel like you're only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Rory. Now, Carl, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Rory has trouble keeping her voice steady. All of a sudden, if you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Rory. I glance around the room and make sure no one has noticed this. Rory. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what would cheer you up. Rory shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Carl. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. Haha. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone. That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm going to go home a little bit early today. Rory, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Rory cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself.
I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes away. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought I had left you long ago. Let's bury your wavy thoughts, your heavy thoughts in the pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold your hand. Wash your insecurities in a salty sea. Let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in footprint trail. Set me free in your windy sail. And I remember the reasons you're wonderful. Then you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that daydreams about every day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought I had left long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
Very good, huh? It's about a beach.
Well done, Carl. You definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad. Sharing your writing like this. It's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated.
I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I really can't
disagree. I was afraid of this whole thing would be a chore. But in a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. The way to a woman's heart is through literature. But it's been fun getting to know everyone's writing here. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Carl? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way of getting in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. I don't know, if you're a bad writer, kind of makes... Let's see. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. Like, how unlikable of me. Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I've always overthought and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up that. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Another beach. Beach. I marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaos meets surface, under a clear blue sky that in pauses of bliss, but beneath the gang rolling clouds of endless enigma, the easiest would get lost in it. Is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet. And where the sand is wet, the tide comes. It will gently lick at the foundations until you give in, or will you all sudden waves send you crashing down the blink of an eye. Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish to the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze gentles. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach. So, you got a guy who's been trained to be a living weapon by his dad since he was born. So he does the exact same thing I do. Yeah, Nizuki already told me about it. She did. Did she say anything weird? She just wanted to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the difference in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wants to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But
Well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out?
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did we say something strange just now?
Huh? Something did seem a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri is immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that sometimes terrible is about to happen. Your book, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sorority isn't here. Huh? Seems you're right. Sigh. Sorority always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone bounces is throwing off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Mizuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Well, I hope she's alright. Seriously. Full of times to not go home with her? You picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you being, lovey-dovey. Oh no. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sorority. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today. So I don't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Know your damn business. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Mizuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle it all by yourself, Mizuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sorority will be helping me design them. As for Yuri can... guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? She's the useless one. I'm useless. No. That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Mizuki's pouting too. Jeez. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sorority enough credit, but I can tell that things are harder on you when she's not around. Huh? That may be the case, but if I can't be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you can have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations and help set the atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression slowly changes as she stares at her desk and in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Carl. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Mizuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate that. That's Mona's spend weekend with one of the club members. How on earth am I going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind help a little bit. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Mizuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Mizuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Carl may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited as assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard can it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Kyle too. What are you saying? I have extremely malicious work, or meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle this for a moment in Mortal Kombat. In the end, I think it's up to Carl to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I'm just saying though, jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Carl, okay, this in the end it's up to you. God damn, get to the point. I should really go with Sorori, but I think she's already a corpse. I wonder if you go with Monica, do you get the good ending or not? Is there really different endings? Or well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Mamma mia. Are you serious? Why would you, Mizuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. So you'll be helping Yuri then? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Mizuki, you'll be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Mizuki's feeling a little sour. So, that everything we need, get over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. I'm supposed to be looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Carl? Me?
Guess I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good. Enough for me. What about you, Mizuki? Mizuki.
What's everyone yelling at me?
I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. Yeah. She anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Carl picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They really go well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So, I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Mizuki isn't the only one surprised. Monka and I also spoken aback by Yuri's words. When she already had trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if I didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would have said at this time. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No. I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best.
But with that, there's nothing more for today. I guess it's time for us to head out. Yeah. I turned around. Sorry, I realized I didn't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchanged phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Yeah, my house. Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Ah, I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter either way, so I just end up making sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't understand yourself, Carl. Or don't underestimate. I don't think that will make a very... I think we'll make a very productive team. Ugh. My eyes are burning. Ugh. This fucking alcohol's been kicking in for a while now. You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself, an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. You're telling me I want to? That's all there is to it? Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a while. I believe you. As if I took a tremendous effort. Finally, at the end, relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. This dialogue was like written by Dickens. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming over to my house Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of Skew. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. Seriously, can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll be open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before we're already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sorori since she left the club earlier the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. But what Sorori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sorori's feelings aside and when she might need me. I decided to visit Sorori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like I've done in the past. Once I reach her house, I knock on the door before entering. Again, we used to play so often and we made a habit of simply entering his house like we were family.
She's gonna be dead. Sorry, isn't anything on the first floor. I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom and finally find her. Said Rory. Rats. Hi, Carl. I sit down. Forces a smile and easy different. Minute silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Rory's room is messy as it always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals on the wall decorations that she had for years now. If you come over often, it wouldn't be much of a mess. Ugh. Yada yada yada. Well, here. I might save it here. And might pick it up another time if people want. Yeah. If you want, keep me playing this game. Sure. Maybe around Halloween or something. I don't know. I got some other real horror games I'm thinking of playing. But you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching.